The Detroit Lions are officially playoff-bound after a thrilling 34-31 victory over the Green Bay Packers on Thursday night. The win earned the Lions a postseason berth and marked their second consecutive playoff appearance, something they haven't achieved since the 1990s. Detroit has now clinched a playoff spot and has a game-and-a-half lead over the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North. This victory also gave the Lions the season sweep over Green Bay, further solidifying their division dominance. This season, the NFC North is proving to be one of the most competitive divisions in football. Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota all entered Week 14 with 9 or more wins, marking the first time in 39 years that 3 teams from the NFC North have had such records heading into Week 14. The Lions' victory over the Packers helped solidify their standing, with Detroit continuing to build on its impressive season. The Lions' win streak is also something to behold. With this victory, Detroit extended its streak to 11 consecutive wins, marking the longest active win streak in the NFL and the longest in franchise history. The Lions are playing their best football, and this momentum could carry them deep into the postseason. Jared Goff was efficient throughout the game, completing 32 of 41 passes for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns. Despite a costly interception in the third quarter, Goff finished with a 109.7 passer rating and completed 13 consecutive passes to close the game. His leadership and efficiency have been key to the Lions' success this season, and this game was another example of his steady play under pressure. Wide receiver Tim Patrick also had a standout performance, catching 2 touchdowns in his first game since 2021. After missing the previous 2 seasons due to injuries, Patrick's 6 catches in the game tied for the most by any player, and were crucial in helping the Lions secure the win. While the Lions celebrated their win, the game also highlighted some areas of concern. Both defenses struggled throughout the game, allowing a combined 41 points in the second half alone. Detroit's defense, which has been hit hard by injuries with 13 players currently on injured reserve, had a particularly rough outing but still managed to hold on for the victory. Penalties also played a role in the game, with both teams committing 14 total infractions, though there was only 1 turnover in the contest. Short week games like this often lead to sloppier play, and Thursday's matchup was no exception. One of the more controversial moments of the game came with under 2 minutes left in the third quarter, when Lions head coach Dan Campbell opted to go for it on 4th and 1 from his 31-yard line. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs was stopped for a loss, and the Packers capitalized by scoring a go-ahead touchdown. Later in the game, Campbell made another bold 4th down decision with less than a minute left, and Detroit was already in field goal range. Though the decision ultimately paid off and the Lions converted, it was a risky move that could have backfired. Still, Campbell deserves credit for sticking to his aggressive approach, as the Lions successfully converted 4 of 5 4th down attempts. For the Packers, this loss has effectively dashed their hopes of winning the NFC North. With 3 games behind the Lions and just 4 games left to play, Green Bay will need a near miracle to reclaim the division title. The Lions' sweep of the season series against the Packers adds insult to injury, and Detroit now looks poised to make a deep playoff run. Overall, this game was a statement win for the Detroit Lions, a team finally living up to its potential. With a playoff spot clinched and a division title within reach, the Lions will look to carry this momentum into the final stretch of the regular season and beyond.